Can you start the live streaming? Thank you, Trisha. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. A very warm welcome to the last session of the third International Conference and POP Festival for Youth-Led Climate Action 2021. As many of you have witnessed, the 6 days of the festival were full of enjoyment, learning, enthusiasm, sharing voices, building capacity, and a lot more. With the participation of esteemed guests, speakers, youth participants, young leaders, partners, and everyone whose participation made this festival more meaningful and more beautiful. In making this possible, we sincerely acknowledge the dedicated team of volunteers who were the pillars of the festival. Volunteers from all over the world have registered and are actively engaged in the pre-festival, festival, and post-festival activities. They were leading social media management, technical support, documentation, and facilitation of the festival. We believe that leadership for climate action and environmental protection can be progressive when the youth of different nations who are mobilizing actions are provided with support, encouragement, and mentorship by different stakeholders in society. In this context, the POP Festival served to be a diversity-friendly platform where stakeholders from different sectors and sections of society assemble to share their ideas of innovation and futuristic solutions to combat the threatening issues of the environment. In short, Pop Festival is a platform dedicated for the youth who strive to build conviction on the dire need to mobilize action and build a social movement for combating the issue of climate change and environmental degradation. The POP movement was founded by our late chief mentor, Dr. R.K. Pachauri, who brought the issue of climate change on the international agenda and led the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change as vice chairman for 5 years and as chairman for 13 years. Transitioning from its honorable founder, the POP movement is now led by Dr. Ash Pachauri, Dr. Pachauri's son, who has taken the relay with enthusiasm, dedication, and promise to take our movement to remarkable heights. The POP movement currently embraces partnership with more than 300 organizations, governments, institutions, and communities in 90 plus countries and has reached 1.8 million young people, providing mentorship and capacity building for climate action. A very warm welcome to everyone. Now I hand it over to Nahid. Nahid.
Thank you, Kamal. Today in this session, we will conclude the proceedings of the POP Festival 2021 and reflect on its outcomes. We will recognize and award notable projects based on criteria such as originality, impact, community mobilization, and others. Now, I'll start presenting our guest speakers. Dr. Ash Pachauri, Senior Mentor, POP Movement. Dr. Ash, the floor is all yours.
Okay, thank you so much. First off, I'd like to convey a very warm welcome and greetings to all who are joining us either here at Zoom or via live stream. I just want to convey my gratitude to you for being a precious part of the POP family. And thank you for joining us at this festival. We're truly humbled and honored. I just want to bring up a few points related to the festival. So this is a third international festival that's been hosted by the POP movement. The whole objective behind this is to be able to mobilize the youth of the world to take action on issues related to climate change. But very importantly, the reason we call it a festival is because we embrace the spirit of hope. And that's what, that's the essence of the POP movement. It is about the window of opportunity that we have. It's about being all that one can have and one can be, and very importantly, to celebrate coming together. And so these last 6 days have been quite a spectacular celebration of coming together of young people from around the world. We've had people covering literally every region of the world. And over the last 6 days, we've had 55 sessions. We've had 13 workshops. We've also had close to 100 partners from about 80 countries approximately, and youth who have been part of the POP movement and the festival directly through the sessions that we've hosted, which have covered every region of the world, which includes Africa, the Middle East. We've had also specific geographies that we've covered in addition to Africa and the Middle East, such as such as the Latin America, the Caribbean, Mexico specifically, also because we were born in Mexico, and we have a very, very large number of young people who are leading the way to a safe and sustainable future for all in Mexico. So in addition to that, there's been the United States and Canada and Asia, the Pacific, and Europe. In addition to the specific regional focus, we've also had global sessions that have covered the realm of the geography of the world. So this has been very, very special, and we hope to be able to scale a great deal more as we go forward. But I would like to once again thank all those who've been a part of this, including our beautiful family that we've collected together with here today. We're so blessed and grateful, and wish to convey our gratitude as we celebrate this very special day here with you. I also want to thank the amazing volunteers who worked around the clock. I know everybody here is going to have to probably go to bed and not wake up till at least Monday. So I want to thank all the volunteers, the amazing mentors that have been at the absolute forefront of this all along, all our partners, and the many, many, many youth and leaders. So we've had a lot of cross-generational exchange, and today we hope we'll have some more. But I want to say that there's been a very strong element of the creative side of all of us in this process, including music and art and dance and a whole range of very creative forms and formats, including in our thinking. So we'll celebrate together, and I'd like to also specifically welcome our guests who are here with us today. Maestro Salomon, it's such a pleasure and an honor to have you here. Thank you so much. You've been part of the pop movement since the time we were born, and right here in Mexico. So I just want to say thank you so much. It means a lot to us, way beyond today and the next hour, but at the depths of our hearts. So I just want to say thank you so much. We have Jordan Sanchez, who's an extremely talented young poet and an ambassador. In fact, she's a poet and a musician and an ambassador recognized by the United Nations. We have Mila Popovic, who's a great a mentor, friend, and precious part of the pop family, a partner, and someone we've been guided by as we progressed with our work. So thank you so much for being here. We have Kanchan Srivastava, who's been a very strong partner in media and press. She's not with us in person, but she sent a video message, and thank you very much, Kanchan. Really, really appreciate it and all your support. Rajiv, who's an incredible friend and family member of the pop movement. Thank you so much. You're a precious partner, and I really want to thank you for your solidarity and incredible work to protect our planet. And thank you also for supporting all of the awards that we will be giving away today. Meda, who's an amazing youth mentor and a leader from Africa. Thank you very much, Meda, for being here. Anika, who's a very young, talented dancer, who has sent us a beautiful video. She's based in India, and it's an odd hour, and she's got school. So thank you so much, Anika. It means a lot. Your music and dance is of great value to us. Manjira Mathai, who's the Vice President and Regional Director of Africa, WRI, who sent us a very precious message with strong words that I know will deeply inspire all who were here today. Zainab, who's an incredible mentor of the pop movement and a great guiding light to the work we do. So thank you so much, Zainab, for your time and your presence. It means the world. Hermano Edgar, who's a brilliant artist, a filmmaker, and a pianist. He's gonna perform for us. It means the world. And Patricia, thank you so much for being here and for sharing. Ashwarya, who's a brilliant inspiration to the world. She's a talented dancer. She's a leader as far as and a guardian of the earth. So I want to thank you so much for she's a crowned beauty queen as well, a Miss Teen Earth 2020, and lives in Dubai. So thank you very much. And Pavani, who's a young, talented climate activist from India. And I want to thank you very much, Pavani, for your presence as well. So a warm welcome to all of you. And thank you once again. And let's have some fun. I want to thank Priyanka, especially, who's going to speak with us. She's with the Urbis Foundation, and Hazik as well, who've been leading the pop festival from the word go. And thank you, Priyanka, for your incredible partnership and for your words of wisdom. I know we'll get to hear today. So thank you so much, all of you, and a very warm welcome. We're delighted to have you here. And I'll hand over to Komal and to Nahid to take us forward, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ash. Well, I'll introduce our next speaker, Maestro Salomon Chertovisky, Mexican politician. I'll leave the floor to you.
Thank you very much. It is a real pleasure to be this afternoon here in Mexico City with you. Thank you, dear Ash, dear Dr. Ash Pachauri. It is such a pleasure, and I feel really not only happy, but I feel it's my responsibility to be with you in this closing of the third International Pop Conference and Festival, being with such a tremendous group of young women and men that have been together all these days for the conference, for the youth to really come into an action. It's not only for me a pleasure, but a responsibility. I've been working all my life for public service and my country. I was the Ministry of Health in Mexico. I was the Secretary of Economic Development of Mexico City. And it was in that condition when I first met my very dear friend, Dr. Rajendra Pachauri. And let me begin with a very small tribute to my friend Rajendra Pachauri. He was such an energy, such a soul, such a kind human being that was not only a Nobel Prize, but he was so humble to always have the time to guide you, to help you, to share his knowledge, that he really made a huge difference in this world. In the Jewish Torah, there is a saying that those who save a life save the whole world. Well, Dr. Rajendra Pachauri saved the world. And for him, for what he had developed and left us, our thanks and that responsibility that we are going to continue with his legacy. So I'm really honored, dear Ash, to have this opportunity to share a couple of minutes with you, because I truly loved Rajendra, and having this chance is for me, and in the first terms, is to saying these words and the tribute that he deserves, because it was because of him that in Mexico City we developed a clean energy agency. It was because of him that Mexico City was crucial in the Paris agreements, the first time in which local governments had an opportunity not only of saying, but of signing. And it was with the guidance of Rajendra Pachauri that we participate. Our Climate Change Act, it was guided by Rajendra Pachauri. The first Mexican city constitution had a special chapter on climate change, and it was because of Rajendra Pachauri. So his work, his legacy, again, is deeply in MERS in my city, in my country. And because of that, always my gratefulness to Rajendra, and my love, Ash, to the family, to you, and what you guys have done. And now we have new responsibilities. And I think, and as I was telling you, I was Ministry of Health in my country. So the pandemic has not been just a new thing that happened. It has been something that changed the world, or should change our thinking and the way in which we think our reality and our future. And let me share three things, only three, that I think the pandemic has to do today on our thinking about how do we believe and we think and we rethink climate change. First, our relationship with the planet. I mean, if it was clear enough before the pandemic, after the pandemic, how the pandemic started, it was because of our relationship with the planet. It was an animal that should have not been in a market, and it is derivated because of the relationship that we have with our planet. So, of course, this pandemic should have an effective rethinking of our relationship with our planet. And we need to point that in all things that we are going to do now after we start recovering a so-called normality. Second, we need to think, and the pandemic was very clear about it, we need to think our day-to-day decisions as we use our navigators, the Waze or the Google Maps. That is, you put an address and the Waze or the Google Map says it's gonna take you 25 minutes, and this is the route that we suggest. After 5 minutes, we have more information, better intelligence, and we have a recalculation of the route and the time that it's going to take. We have the decision if we change our route because of what that new information gives us, or if we stayed on what we have thought before. Well, I truly believe that we need to be flexible to recalculate when there is new evidence, when there is new intelligence, when we know more. Because in this pandemic, at the beginning, we thought that we would fight the pandemic in some way. But with new evidence, we knew that we need to use masks. And the people that learn what the new evidence and the new intelligence was telling us make it better than those countries, those people that did not change with the new evidence. In our effort for a better planet, for combating climate change, we need to be flexible in order to have the capability of recalculating our route. The objective is the same, but we need to have that flexibility, that capability to rethink ourselves and to be flexible enough to change the route that we have established at the beginning. Let me finish by telling you that last Sunday, I was elected to Congress in my country, in Mexico. And I was elected with a party that has two characteristics that I want to underline. One, it is a party that has as a top priority climate change, renewable energy, and the fight to better our planet. It is one of our top priorities. Second, 50% of all our candidates were younger than 29 years of age. Most of them women. We believe in climate change and we believe in youth. Youth and the planet are almost as synonymous. Youth understand better what we need. Youth represent better what we need. And because of all these young candidates, which I worked together the last months in order to get elected, I know there is hope. Yo creo que hay esperanza. Thank you very much again. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Maestro Solomon, for those kind words of our chief mentor. I think we all totally agree with you. Now I'll pass to our next speaker, Jordan Sanchez, United Nations Environmental Program, ambassador, poet, and musician. Thank you for being here with us. The floor is all yours.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Jordan Sanchez. I'm a student at Harvard University, but I also really love writing poems. So that's what I'm here to do today. I'll be performing two poems, and the first one is on climate denial, and the second one is Reimagine, Recreate, Restore. So this is on climate denial. Denial is the first stage of grief. But what are you grieving? Maybe the fact that our clean air is leaving, our lungs constantly receiving the gray ourselves, slowly receding into the black. Our blue waters we pretended to love, suffocated with plastic we disposed of, red turns the dove who flies away, with no turning back. Back into time when I still saw, seeing green and gold and green and blue. Seeing is believing, but I can only see one place at one time. Hurricanes in Houston, freezing people in Chicago, Bangladesh underwater, but I can only see one place at one time. The time is now, but when is now really? 3 months ago, 2 weeks ahead, last year, yesterday. It was yesterday when I was anxiously waiting for a phone call from Grandma Vicky down in San Juan. It was yesterday when I saw the beautiful island suffocate on the heavy gray fog. It was yesterday. The New York City skyline is flooded. Not with water this time, but empty promises that float to the top, stealing the air, and all you can do is sit and stare at the world around you. She is crying out to you in the form of ashes and smoke, smoke and ashes. Ashes and hope are all we have left, and all there is left to do is right. Searching for direction, all we can look to is each other. Look up and what do you see? What do you hear? If it is a colorless world you do not fear, you aren't thinking hard enough, thinking far enough. Look inside yourself and ask if you're doing enough. If you acknowledge the climate crisis, you'll see that the climate price is too much for us to bear. And I'm not talking polar bears. All it takes is for you to care. Not about the birds, the bees, or Florida's orange trees, but about people, your family, neighbors, community, creating the change we need to see when you stop and breathe. All you can think is that this problem is so much bigger than me. But no one is asking you to plant 1 billion trees or develop renewable energies, though we all have to contribute to this international society. You see, big problems start with little ones, and solutions are the same way. Acceptance is the last stage of grief, but this state is impossible to claim. The world will never be the same. Call the crisis by its name, climate denial. All it takes to break those chains is mindful living and small steps that still make a difference. That was on climate denial. And here is Reimagine, Recreate, Restore. Tick, 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 tick. Have you ever seen time fly? Watch it slip through your fingers like a cloud passing by. Too slow to notice it leaving, too fast to make it stop. All we've known is to destroy like it's breathing. The pitter-patter of raindrops match the sounds of clocks counting down. Tick, 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 tick. How lucky we are to live. We are a fraction of a second in Earth's lifetime, yet she is our only lifeline. Resilient, we stand on our own 2 feet. I'll tell you, reimagining the future has never tasted so sweet. Like nectar to a bee, honey to a home. We're trying to recover ours, but no one can do this alone. Tick, 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 tick. The promise of restoration lives within us. We see her in the hues of the youth, and she's asking you, what will you stand for? Now is the time for our regeneration. Reimagine, recreate, restore. So those are Reimagine, Recreate, Restore, and On Climate Denial. Thank you so much for having me, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.
Thank you so much for being here with us. And I think that I speak from everyone in here when I said thank you. Thank you for delighting us with those beautiful poems. You inspired me so much. So thank you really for sharing those beautiful poems with us here. Now I have to introduce our next speaker, Mila Popovic, founder, Evolving Leadership. Thank you for being here with us. The floor is all yours.
Thank you so much. My goodness. What an amazing rainbow of humanity to see so many faces of dear, dear friends of mine and some new friends, and also special respect and my admiration to Mrs. Dr. Pachauri. Madam, it is wonderful to finally meet you, at least this way. And a big warm hug to everybody as a community. What a beautiful, beautiful display. I would like to speak a little bit about Patchy. That's how we call him in the World Academy of Art and Science. That's how I met him. And I met him in Mexico. So I understand that Mexico has been his home in so many ways. And that's what Salomon was speaking about, what he seeded there, and the kind of initiatives he has started and what he activated there. And he has activated so much. I mean, he has been on the leading edge. He has been the spiritus movens, and now, for sure, the spiritual leader of the World Sustainable Development Forum, as well as the POP movement. You can't speak of legacy of Patchy. You can't, because he's always a pioneer. He has always known how to outgrow himself. He knew you need to seed in the heart of people. And that's why all of his knowledge has been spread worldwide, because meeting him, understanding his vision, one gets infused with it and carries it forward wherever you go. Just like Ash was saying, you know, you meet him, you meet the Pachauri family, you are definitely the POP family all around the world. This is what you take with you and continue seeding. And what I've witnessed in these years since I've become the part of the family is this mind-blowing, beautiful, exponential development that I've seen, and especially the pride that I take witnessing the developments across domains, across disciplines, across regions. And I mean, you are the very testimony to that development tonight, coming from all over the world, not to mention the fact that we can pronounce each other's names. You know what I mean. Speaking of true cultural diversity, we know each other's names. We're constantly educating the rest of the world, the mainstream, on who the leaders are. And that's the key here. What I've seen in Patchy and his vision and being, the pioneer, that he understood, just like Salomon was speaking about, that it was these unusual migrant women like myself and youth that have been marginalized, but because of that, they have been enthusiastic, energized even more to stay vigilant and active. They generate solutions. They move fronts. They come together across their shared affinities, sometimes shared traumas, and most importantly, across shared aspirations. They come forward with courage of conviction, with courage of spirit, and understanding that this is an urgent moment. So speaking of Patchy, one thing I'm sure we're all going to agree, and if you haven't met him, or at least you have read about his work, or known of what he has done, one thing we know for sure, that he is the eternal youth. So you notice that I don't speak in past tense, because I firmly believe and feel that he's moving fronts probably even more powerfully from the limitless space that he is in. And it is on us, like Solomon was speaking, that a tremendous responsibility to embody that within the small self, to embody that and move it forward. So his investment into youth proved to be by far the most powerful spearheading of movements, because we know that he is way ahead of youth-led climate action of other movements. He has started and seeded this all over the world, including my native Montenegro, from where I'm speaking right now, as well as my resident US, where I've been living for the last 25 years. And I've seen through that range, through that span, what he has been doing. To connect youth, science, and the arts is not a matter of, academics. It's really reconnecting through trust, because youth is wise youth these days. They're educated, they are very well informed, they are exposed to peer learning, fast exchange of information, interconnectivity beyond precedent. I mean, without precedent. And it is not easy to persuade youth these days and to sway them. They have their own way. I wish I could say we had our own way. I hope to be the eternal youth like Patchy. And as long as I stay with you, I guess I'm hoping to be. But the youth has its own way of sharing information, most importantly, sharing experiences and stories. So to connect youth, to have science empowered and science inspired youth expressing itself through the arts, is truly a holistic approach. It's truly a systemic approach, and really resetting learning priorities, and also infusing the entire cultural field with trust, which has been lost. Most of the time, youth are the ones that nobody listens to or patronizes. The elders are the ones that we infantilize in the dominant culture, which is unfortunate. And we disenfranchise and marginalize everybody. And more recently, the scientists have experienced this kind of marginalization, and their voice hasn't been heard. So in many ways, I can tell you, the youth has been redeeming science and redeeming scientists and making it truly relevant. So to start from Patchy's vision to build eco-intelligence, eco-literacy, is to truly understand the sense of emergency and the emergent new standards that he saw, because without it, there is no new leadership, there is no chance of surviving, let alone having a chance of sustainability and hopefully thrivability, a new paradigm of human development. So he understood early on that we have to generate systemic change, we have to develop new intelligence and integral intelligence. That's the key, that's the eco-intelligence. Understanding that we as the species are co-emergent with the planet. We are co-emergent with other life forms and co-emergent with the planet. To also generate that cultural shift through understanding that we have built our world on the biosocial conflict, which is insane. That means we're going against our own well-being. The world where he understood that we have built the globe against the planet. We have completely severed the healthy connection between social constructs and natural systems, and that we have to reharmonize them and bring them together. That starts from within, and that's why I'll go back quickly to Patchy, as spiritual leader. He understood that the wherewithal is within. He embodied that, and I'm sure his family can testify through to what it takes and the price one pays to step onto this path and to take this mission on wholeheartedly. So to embody that within, to find the wherewithal within, and to also understand that the scope of influence expands from there, from the conviction of one microcosm being able to leverage multiple layers and dimensions of influence. He has demonstrated that time and again, outgrowing his own missions, constantly expanding and reinventing himself. So in all that I've said, in speaking actually about Patchy, there is a model of conducting ourselves in the world. He has created a model of tracking, finding your own purpose, also finding that centeredness within to continue in spite of all the hindrances, obstacles, and difficulties along the way, and challenges that one faces along the way. So in that sense, I'll wrap up by saying that one thing he recognized before almost everybody is the power of social leadership in the youth, to honor the youth, not to patronize the youth, and understand, not by saying this is your responsibility to fix, but in actuality to recognize the dignified wisdom that the youth already had, and to activate that, and to learn from them, learn with them, and to say the future is the future for building movements, for activating collective intelligence through eco-intelligence and integrated wisdom, and that only new social leadership is that which can help us face the tremendous crises that we're seeing right now. In that sense, let us meet the virus intelligence with expedient exponential growth of our connectedness and rising in cultural shift. I'm honored to be here and honored to be a part of his work and the work of the Pachauri family.
Thank you for those amazing and kind words to our chief mentor. We're here because of him, and we're here honoring his memory, because this is his legacy of the world, the Pop family. And as you said, he connected youth, science, and art. And as a result of that, he created this beautiful family. So again, thank you for your words. I'll be moving to our next speaker, Kanchan Silvestra, the Dialogue India. Thank you very much for being here. The floor is all yours.
I am delighted to be part of this pop festival, which is being driven by the youth activists from across the world. I know it is backup time for you. In Indian movies, police personnel arrive in the last scene of the film when hero or heroine has already dealt with the problems of the world. On a serious note, I feel truly humbled, to be honored and privileged to be here, and would like to extend my warmest greetings and heartiest congratulations to everyone who is associated with this grand POP festival, making it a global success. For me, it is a special moment since I had interviewed Dr. Ash's father and mother when they had come to Mumbai almost 12 years ago. I had just begun my career into journalism that time. And now Dr. Ash has invited me to be part of this creation initiative, although it is purely coincidental. So I have just two requests for all the change makers and young participants. First is that you should carry forward the message of this conference to the masses by translating it into the local languages. This will help you to connect with the community, which is directly facing the brunt of the climate change, such as fishermen, farmers, women, children in drought, flood-prone, cyclone-prone areas, malnourished population of underprivileged countries, and so on. Believe me, this segment is huge. As per the latest report of United Nations Environment Programme, climate change has already affected the well-being of over 40% of the world population. We will have to fast-pace our efforts. Language should not be the barrier in these efforts. Each and every human being should be able to connect to the ecosystem restoration cause to make it a success. The initial campaigns for environment protection were led by the local tribal population only. For instance, the Chipko movement of Uttarakhand state in India 5 decades ago. They had started saving tree campaign, but we forgot to keep the flame alive. The state had seen several natural disasters like landslide, cloudburst since then, leading to loss of hundreds of lives. And my second request to you, not just June 5th, but every day should be the World Environment Day. We will have to set daily, weekly, and monthly targets at personal, professional, and community levels. Targets might differ from country to country, community to community, but we need to hold monthly or quarterly meetings to assess our performances, to deliberate on successes and failures, and revise our strategies accordingly. We'll have to force the authorities to take note of us. We need to check whether we have reduced our plastic consumption at a personal level or not. What is our carbon footprint today? Have we cut down on air condition and electricity bills? How can we reduce the plastic consumption of our society, the community, and workplace? Can we use solar power at home or maybe at community level? Can we create some villages which are energy sufficient? So no government is going to do all these things. Politicians have their own targets, own compulsions, and a tenure of 4 to 5 fixed years. This has to come from the ordinary citizens, students, teachers, working professionals, women and children. This is a doable thing, believe me. With young and energetic concerned citizens like you, I'm pretty sure that this movement of personal change, societal change, and community level change will take shape slowly but decisively. Wish you all a very happy, lavish, green future. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that video. Our next speaker is Meda Hope. She is a POP Youth Mentor and Ambassador for Africa. Thank you for being here, Meda. The floor is all yours.
Thank you so much, Nahid. Greetings to everyone present. It's been a roller coaster of 6 days of non-stop activism against climate change and tireless efforts in making the current generation, the youth, realize the secret behind their existence to save our planet. I am Malinga Mida Hope, 18-year-old student, founder and general coordinator of Hitachi Africa, present, privileged, and humbled to speak here as the POP Youth Mentor and Ambassador for Africa. Allow me to congratulate the POP movement and family upon the relentless efforts and sleepless nights of successfully working and achieving its aim towards climate action and youth empowerment towards sustainable development. Biggest round of applause to all the participants who have attended and participated in the POP International Conference and Festival 2021. We have paved way and have also promoted the achievements of the following goals for better tomorrow: ocean conservation, marine pollution, blue and green economy, environmental justice, food security, human, healthy, sustainability, clean energies and energy efficiency, sustainable transport, reduction of greenhouse emissions, sustainable consumption lifestyles and habitats, water management, waste management, sustainable food production, ecosystems and biodiversity, science, technology and innovation, climate change, environmental education, sustainable food production, ecosystem and biodiversity, above others. Importance of importance of the circular economy and many others that probably haven't been mentioned, but we took part in the sessions. Well, there is an anthem I have always sung, but will never stop re-echoing these words. The change we want to see starts now by each and every one of us. A better tomorrow won't get laid out in a bed of roses, but through our hard working, teamwork, and optimism that the better days are yet to come. Every single workshop, session, conversation, dialogue, interactive session, and presentation held shined light that has brought hope and gave each and every person who has taken part in the conference that small change will amount to great change someday. To the elders, we are grateful for the guidance and the path set by you to take climate action. You have mentored, trained, and I am very certain you are leaving a whole lot of ambitious climate and community activists who are not going to quit until the change we all anticipate is attained. To fellow youth, I deeply do love the candle each and every one of us is carrying. Do not let that light get dim, but rather let it shine brighter and brightest. The only way this will happen is if we accept to spread the light to others across the globe. Like Dr. Ash spoke during the last festival, all for one and one for all. Let's join hands. The more we are, the merrier it will be. As it will no longer be one voice, but many voices with the same passion. The only easy day we had is yesterday. Explore your better self and be proud of what you are becoming. And the yet you are causing or yet to cause, because we are the stars and the only hope for a better tomorrow, which starts now. Congratulations to everyone and to the Pachauri family.
Thank you, Mira. We were so excited to have you here. Thanks for highlight the topics that we saw during the festival, and thanks for that beautiful and inspirational message.
I'm kindly requesting if Drisha or Priyanka could share their screen, because I do have a small declaration that we all need to make. Yeah. Okay, so I'm requesting if we could all unmute ourselves and just recite these words, because these are things that I usually tell myself, and I do believe that it could encourage someone, especially us, the young people who deal with a lot at personal and social level. Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, go.
Check out I'm learning how to take care of myself.
For me than to others, because there can never be another me, but there can always be a yes, an opportunity to catch impact. I never quit, never give up, but always give it the best I can.
Always give it the best.
Yes. So we never give up, but we shall always give it the best we can until we achieve what we all hope to get someday. Thank you.
Thanks to you, Mira. I love that declaration. Well, we have our next message in the form of dance by a very talented young girl, Anika from India.
நீ
Well, I hope that you see the record of this video of this session, and just wanted to tell you that you're insanely talented. And thank you for delighting us with that beautiful dance. I'll now go ahead and introduce our next speaker, Wanrika Mathai, Vice President and Regional Director for Africa. Thank you for being here. The floor is all yours. But we have her in a recorded video. Yeah. Thank you, Kamal.
Hi, Ash, and thank you everybody for the opportunity to share some framing or thoughts during this wonderful festival. I'm so sorry I couldn't join you for earlier sessions, but I'm so delighted to be here today. So much we have in common as we look into the future in this important decade for ecosystem restoration. We just celebrated World Environment Day on June 5th. The theme was ecosystem restoration. There is probably no greater issue in our minds these days than the issue of climate change and the fact that we live in such interesting and uncertain times. The road ahead for all of us is framed by three little words: uncertainty, inequity, and urgency. And these words seem to be framing just about everything we do. And however we choose to frame this narrative, we have got to start with the reality that people, poverty, and inequity will always be at the heart of how we move forward from this terrible pandemic. My heart goes out to all of you in India. We stand in solidarity as you battle this great global enemy. The pandemic has come and upended all our lives, and we cannot but stand in solidarity with you. I want to mention that in this particular generation, young people are such a critical component of how we move forward, bounce forward, build forward better. We have, as I said, growing inequality, a deep crisis in inequality that has been exacerbated by the pandemic. And we've seen just how COVID has played out around the world. We have COVID itself as a pandemic that is creating untold suffering across global economies everywhere. We have the worst economic downturn around the world, and this is something that is affecting every single country, and we are now starting to see very divergent recoveries. And then, of course, we have climate change, the very big one. I call it the big one, because it is at the heart of just about everything we are doing today. I also want to share that it is also an important time for young people. It's an important time for you because you are the future, and the future is actually now. I come from a continent, the continent of Africa, where we have a majority of young people under the age of 35. Over 70% of Africans today, probably 80, are under the age of 35. The median age, 19 years old. So much rests on the shoulders of young people today on the African continent. And I know this is not so different in Asia and certainly in India. But in your hands stands the future of your continent, your country, but also of your own hope for this future. I hope that through this festival, you have come out and you will come out with a renewed sense of hope, a renewed sense that there's something worth fighting for in this future. So don't despair. There's hope, and evidence shows that with the opportunities we have, especially to invest in a green, sustainable future for this planet, that your lives will be better for it and your brilliance will be brought to bear. So I just wanted to be able to have an opportunity to share those words with you and let you know that there's so much ahead. I also want to share a very powerful paradigm that seems to be emerging around how we move forward. It is what we call protect, restore, reduce, and produce. And the first P, protect, is that we have to protect our landscapes. We have to protect our natural environment. Produce, we've got to produce food better, more efficiently, more healthy, but also that we've got to produce things that are more usable. We've got to invest in the circular economy. We've got to invest in renewable energy. So producing energy, producing materials in ways that are more sustainable. Then we have to reduce. We've got to reduce waste. We've got to reduce the amount of waste we see, especially in the food systems. We've got to protect, produce, we've mentioned food better, but we've got to protect standing forests. We've got to protect green spaces in our cities, green spaces around the world. And finally, we've got to restore. We've got to restore landscapes around the world. We've got to restore the best that nature has, because we now know, especially at this time, just how precious it has been to have green spaces around us that we can walk around and that we can enjoy during this pandemic. So I want to leave you with that. Produce, protect, restore, and reduce. I wish you every success and all the very best as you head home for all the different places you have come and participated from this. And for those of you joining online, I wish you every success in the years to come. Ash, thank you so much for the opportunity to share a few thoughts. Bye-bye.
Well, if you're seeing this ceremony, thank you so much for this really inspiring message. I'm sure that thousands of people have been inspired. Now going on to our next speaker, Senab. She's an honorary digital marketing mentor of the POP movement. Thank you for being here, Senab. The floor is all yours.
Second. Hi, can you hear me? Perfect.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be a part of a platform that brings together such great minds, thought leaders, policymakers, decision makers, and above all, people who are like-minded and who care for our planet. Dr. Pachauri always said his favorite quote was, "Be the change you want to see in this world." And what better example of having this POP family where everyone is working together to do what they want to see in the world. I congratulate everyone who was a part of a great lineup of dialogues. It includes a beautiful blend of such brilliant minds, experienced mentors, and active professionals from different backgrounds, interests, and visions, each sharing one thing in common, that is the desire to create a unified wave of change that our planet Earth deserves. We are currently living in an era of digital age and transformations, and our mindset, lifestyles, all have in a great way intertwined with artificial intelligence and machine driven products. The new way of living has opened up a new perspective of sustainability that demands a need for digital technologies to align with humanity and nature as a crucial intersection. I'm so happy to see that the young minds churning such amazing ideas, bringing in very promising, strong, informed, and well structured actions for protecting nature and talking and taking things into their own hands. I feel today the definition of sustainability has matured and expanded, and it's more than just the thought leaders and top professionals taking decisions in a closed door. It's now a joint collaborated effort of all the age groups, communities coming in together, doing their bit, their share. So if I may say the top three skills it would be to required at this moment is building trust in potentiality, feeling that there is so much potential, enormous potential in whatever little one can do and contribute to do whatever they can towards their sustainable steps. Second would be generosity, which means need for communities, groups, companies, government, everyone to come join and be generous. We are so connected and linked in this era that everything is available through Internet of Things. Third would be the mentality, because everything is so readily available, we whatever we need, but most probably it does exist. The Internet of Things, big data, artificial intelligence, the research, the knowledge, everything you need is more easily available in present age. So all you need is a change of mentality about what you're spreading and what message you want to disseminate. So I would say with an ever increasing population of global consumers, an elevated rate of production have resulted in dangerous amounts of air pollution, floods, depletion of natural habitats, overflowing of levels of waste, and a drastic decline in biodiversity. But building networks at the same time between those who are working in the field of research and information and services is a very important mission that one can keep in mind to benefit from each other's experiences and share the best practices is what will create a well informed action. I believe that only if we allow the potential to unfold, dare to be specific and be self critical, we will be in the position to make great choices and stand behind them. Over the past days, we had a chance to witness such engaging discussions over here and at the same time creating ways to unknown and unimaginable future possibilities. I would like to congratulate each one of you on this very successful, innovative, and encouraging conference. And thank you so very much for letting me speak to you guys today and having such enriching people coming and talking. And I just before closing, as I might say, there's such beautiful poem that was mentioned by Jordan, and she said, "Relate to what do what you want to relate to." And I believe that this is what pop is all about, and this is the multicultural family of pop who cares for one vision, that is our planet. Thank you so very much.
Thank you to you, Sinab. I totally agree. All we need is a change of mentality and to know that we have to be the change that we want to see. We have our next performance in the form of a video. This will be a music performance by Edgar Andres and Patricia from Mexico. Thank you for being here with us. The floor is all yours. Would you mind sharing the video? Thank you. Wow. That was magnificent. I'm sure that all people that hear you really enjoyed hearing and seeing this wonderful performance. So thank you so much. Moving to our next speaker, we have Rajiv Srivastava. He's an environmentalist at NOW. Thank you for being here with us. The floor is all yours.
Aishwarya.
So you're on mute.
Please, Aishwarya, please.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. Hello, everybody. I do not know whether I should wish good morning, good evening, good afternoon, because we are all from different time zones, but still, greetings, everyone. I am Aishwarya Vinu Nair, Miss Teen Earth India 2021, and an ambassador of Act Now. So I'd like to start off by saying that Earth is the only beautiful planet where life exists. Mother Earth is our home. Earth has given us every comfort and necessity of life, and it takes care of everyone just like a mother. I'm a proud representative of Earth, as it is not simply about winning the crown, but also about making a difference. I truly believe that every individual has the ability to make a difference, and you can decide what kind of a difference you want to make. As a person who is actively involved in environmental activities, I believe by encouraging the youth to participate in such events will help them become empowered. The biggest of changes start from the smallest of efforts. Communicating your concern about climate change is critical for motivating a collective action. We are all experiencing climate change and its impacts in our daily lives, and we can talk about these issues. Sharing stories of why you care about climate change, how is it affecting you, and what you are doing to advance solutions can be a powerful method of inspiring others to take action. My one advice to the youth is that it is our responsibility and duty to save and preserve our environment. We often tend to forget that the greatest wealth is nothing but the gift of nature. Until and unless we take steps to give back to Mother Earth, we cannot expect Earth to continue giving us its harvest. Lastly, I'd like to thank Dr. Ash Pachauri, the pop movement, Mr. Rajiv K. Srivastava, founder of Act Now, and the national director of my pageant, Mr. Nikhil Anand, for giving me this opportunity and letting me bring my voice here. So, thank you so much.
Thank you to you. It's an honor to have you here.
It's my pleasure.
Our next speaker is Tavani. He's an environmental and climate activist. Thank you.
For that, I think we have a performance video we're going to screen, please. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
काला काला आसमां है, बादल भी मैला है, घुटता है दम यहाँ जो धुआं धुआं फैला है।
काला काला आसमां है, बादल भी मैला है, घुटता है दम यहाँ जो धुआं धुआं फैला है। फैक्ट्री हो, केमिकल हो, चूल्हा हो या कार हो,
पोल्यूशन की मार से
जगाता है, धुआं फैला के तू खुशियां मनाता है, फसलें कटी खेतों में आग क्यों लगाता है, चल हवा आने दे, जरा हवा आने दे।
पैदा होती हरे हरे ट्री में, कुदरत देती हवा हवा फ्री में, हमको उसका मोल नहीं है जो भी हमें मिले इसी में।
मत घूम तू ऐसे हरी में, हवाओं को दे जगहवारी में, ऐसा ना हो जिंदगी खो जाए अपनी बेकार के इस हड़बड़ी में, चल हवा आने दे, जरा हवा आने दे।
चिड़ियों को पंछियों को आसमां में आने दे, नए नए पेड़ों पे उन्हें घोंसले बनाने दे।
ट्रैफिक में अटकी सांसों को घर उनके जाने दे, जहर की मौत ना दे तो जीने के बहाने दे, थोड़ी हवा आने दे, ताज़ी हवा आने दे, थोड़ी हवा आने दे, ताज़ी हवा आने दे, थोड़ी हवा आने दे, ताज़ी हवा आने दे।
I think we could ask Aishwarya, please. First of all, congratulations! What a wonderful performance, and thank you for sharing that. We're so pleased to be able to share that with the world. But if you want to just say a little bit about the message, because it's an important message, please. Thank you.
All right. So the video, the song basically is about us. It tells us how human actions have impacted the way the climate is right now. It says that because of global warming, because of industrialization, and because of all of the chemicals that are released by all of these, the industries and all, it's harming us. We are the reason why children are getting sick. We are the reason why trees are not able to breathe and grow properly. It's basically a message to let us know that we are the reason and we are the main cause of the condition we are facing right now. So that's basically the summary of the message that's provided by the song. So it's saying that let in some air so that we all can breathe properly.
Well, I think that you already said everything that has to be said about that video. But thank you for sharing that important message with all of us. Our next speaker is Shavani. She's an environmental and climate activist, and she's from India. Thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure in being here. And first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Ash Pachauri, the co-founder of the POP movement, and Mr. Rajiv sir, to bring my voice here because I'm very delighted to be here. So greetings to everyone. I'm Pavni, the founding secretary of Act Now. And all I want to say is that our lungs are burning, our kidneys are drying up, and our heart is melting. And we have seen the scales are tipping and the balance is drifting now. Climate will continue changing if we do not change. When I was 6, I happily joined this environment program, digging my fingers right into the soil to plant a sapling. Little did I know that at the same time, a large part of the humanity was digging too. Today I am 14. While my saplings are going to take a long time to be a tree, I know that today I have this enormous responsibility to grow my pleading voice to a strong action, if only to save my generation from a certain extinction. Well, ideally, I should have been out in the lap of nature, enjoying its motherly care and indulging in both our peculiarities. But here I am playing a surgeon to heal the planet. I believe there is no point in blaming, and obviously we cannot turn back time, but what's gone is gone, and we have to move on. So I call upon the youth today and all those people who want to feel young again to join us in our act to restore the only living planet we know. Join us with your small acts, and I assure you, we will create an entire new scene. If I cannot enjoy my own childhood and youth, I can at least ensure that for our next generation, they will be able to enjoy their childhood the same way that we should. Act now for every act matters. Thank you so much.
Wow, Pawan, you're so young and you're making a huge work for the planet. We are sure you will make a big change in the world. Thank you for being here with us. Now we'll go with the awards, who will be presented by Rajiv Chivastra. He's an environmentalist act now. Thank you for being here with us.
I think Priyanka will say a few words and then, oh, she's gonna speak later. Okay.
Shall I begin? Okay.
Rajiv, it's
thank
great
you,
to have
Nayat.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nayat, so much. I'm so happy to be here tonight, and thank you, Dr. Ash. And I'm so glad to see Ma'am Pachori. I've not met her personally, but I had this fortune of working with Dr. Pachori for a short time, and I met him in Finland the first time. And when I wrote to Ash, writing about it and asked him to be part of our program that recently concluded, and he readily agreed. I was so happy. It's like being back to the family again. I've been here for a short time, but I already feel like Ash has given me a room in his apartment. So thank you so much. And I do not have a long speech to make, but it's both our fortune and unfortune that we stand at a time in history that all our development has brought us to a place where we have to relook at everything that we have done. As Pawnee said, there's no point blaming it, but we have to relook. And as Jordan's own theme poem says, we have to reimagine everything we have imagined before. We have to recreate everything we have created until now. And we have to restore everything, because that is the only hope for us to be able to ask Mother Nature to forgive us for what we have done. But then again, human civilization, human beings have certain resilience that has, and such resilience is there in the planet Earth also. That is why it has survived, and so we have survived. So I'm very sure that we will move forward. And as we see, the only way to go forward is to work together. And that is what exactly Ash is doing. And I'm very happy to be together again. Alone, we cannot do anything, but together, I'm sure we can move mountains. So thank you, Ash. I'm sure that the pop movement and ACT Now together, and we'll be bringing so many other people together also, we'll be able to make certain change. And we have already the youth voices here. They are the ones who are going to take this movement forward. Thank you so much. I will go with the award list. Thank you, Dr. Normas. He has been messaging me how to read it out, and my Spanish is great. I spent some time in Latin America, so I pick up language very fast. So all the errors that I make, please do not forgive me. I promise to be a better man next time. So I shall begin with these awards. I'll announce the project name in English and category also, and try to spell participants' name as accurately as possible. So here it goes. We have these 3 awards in academic merit category. The first one goes to Blue Warriors Club, Kheer Desai and Eris Foundation of India. And a big clap for them. They have worked very hard to bring this project forward. And I'm sure it has given a lot of problems to the judging panel also to try to find out the best projects. There's another academic merit award, which goes to Norberto Martinez, Education for All. Congratulations. And thank you so much for working so hard. The third award in the same category for academic merit goes to School Initiative on Reducing Carbon Footprint, Ved Sanyal of India. Congratulations. The next category for social awareness, we have 4 awards, and that goes to, the first one goes to Tragedy to Strategy. I like the name, Tragedy to Strategy. That is Reva Sharma and Aman Gandhi, Vanshika Kanodia, and Chris Chan. Congratulations. Another award for the same category, Social Awareness Award, goes to Aqua World Plastic Bin Project. This is Paul Ayomide, Nigeria. Thank you so much, Paul. Congratulations. Next one for social awareness goes to Recycling to Help, Yaziri Paula Alfonso Santos. Congratulations so much, from Mexico. And for the same category, the next award goes to Greener is Cleaner, Cherry Swang Kaila Kim Ipsita Thakre, South Korea. Congratulations. I hope you are watching this program. and we are very happy for you. In Sustainable Innovation Award, there are two awards. One goes to Wind Turbine ASP Maria Lisbeth Gomez Santos. Congratulations. For the same category, Sustainable Innovation Award goes to Notes on Photovoltaic Energy in Rural Localities. It's Alexandra Guevara, Zemi Alessandro. Congratulations, you're from Mexico. And the next and the last one in this category, Nature Conservation Award, goes to Priority Alexandra Yarez, the Pop Movement, Mexico. Congratulations. We have projects that were included among the best evaluated in this festival, and they were awarded in 2020 edition also. They will receive a certificate of continuation and quality for their work. The one goes to Resilience 2020 for Ivan Ransom and Kevin Morales, Mexico. Congratulations. Next one, Seeds of Change, Steph Evans, Australia. Congratulations. Next one, Ecological Display Case, Manuel Parra, Venezuela. Congratulations. Two more are left in this category. The Green Puzzle 2021, and it's a huge names of team members here. I will read out the first one. It's Luis Fernando Batista Avocado. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. Congratulations, I like the Green Puzzle 2021. And the next and the last one goes to Durango State Environmental Organization, Alexandra Carolina from, the country name is not there. So congratulations to you also, and these will receive a special certification. Now we have the project, and one of them is mentioned here, projects that are recognized for their quality. That goes to determination of health status in natural areas through remote sensors. It's David Eduardo from Mexico. Thank you so much and congratulations. Now we have leadership by regions proposed by evaluators and POP team participating in this process. So these are the leaders who have done excellent work. And for Latin America, it is Gabriela Madrid. Congratulations. For Caribbean, it is Summer Benjamin. Congratulations. For USA, it's Ian Shogreen. Congratulations to you. For Africa, it's Samuel Okri. Congratulations. For Asia, it's Cherry Sang. For Australia, it's Stephanie Evans. And for Middle East, it's Suganti Gunasekar. Congratulations to all of you for showing this exemplary leadership. And in the last category, these are the projects that have impressed the judges a lot. And these are projects that follow up with special mention. 3 of them are there. So if you're here, you have done a great work and you're being congratulated for special mention here. One is correct drug disposal in Mexico, Alexia Munoz Delgado. Congratulations. Next one is Mangrove Care Foundation, Xavier Isaac and the team. Congratulations. And the last one tonight in the award list is Austin Aquarium, Ian Lua Shogreen from Texas, USA. Congratulations to all the winning awards and those who have done exemplary work. You continue your work, and I'm sure that you'll feature someday here too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, congratulations to all the winners. And thank you, sir. And please do not worry that your Spanish was great. Now I'll hand it over to Dr. Ash, our senior mentor, for the final words.
Thank you so much. My heartiest congratulations to the incredible leaders and winners, and everybody's a winner. Honestly, this is something that this is your family, your pop movement, and each one of you is a winner. I want you to know that you're the heart of the pop movement, and you are pop. So thank you so much. I'd also like to thank all our amazing speakers today for your beautiful words, your inspiration, your vision, and also for sharing in Dad's vision and legacy, and for working together to deliver on it. And we certainly will go far together, I have no doubt. So the important thing is that we stay together, that we work together, and I have no doubt that we'll go very, very far. The important thing I'm going to say one more time, I've said this over and over throughout, is that there's hope. And so for us to focus on that is so important. So I just want to say you're the love, you're the light, you're the leadership. Let's get together, make sure we do it. I want to thank everyone who's been a part of this, and to everyone among our mentors, just the brilliant mentors, amazing young leaders, and the beautiful Pop family, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And with that, I'm going to say my favorite, which is you, Movimiento!
Oh!
Movimiento! Fuerte! Movimiento! Thank you all so much. This has been so precious. And I want to thank everyone who's sort of been right at the forefront making this happen. Each one of you guys. All right, movimiento. Okay. A few words to share, please.
This is just wonderful. It's so wonderful to meet all these beautiful people with these lovely voices and these extraordinary. It's extraordinary. I'm overwhelmed. Thank you for letting me be a part of it, and all good wishes and all prayers are with you forever.
Thank you. And I just want to say that, you know, the beautiful art, the beautiful music, the beautiful creativity, that's what we need. And just keep it coming, let it flow, and just never let anybody or anything ever tell you that it's not possible. So, you know, just keep on keeping on. And thank you for being so special. And thank you for being family, and just to let you know that we love you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ash.
Thank you.
Oh, how brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you, Mila. Thank you, Maestro Solomon. Thank you to all the amazing artists. Rajiv, thank you for your amazing partnership. And for sharing with us. This has been very, very special. And I know that there's a close connection with Dad, and he's got his hands on our heads, and we have his love and light. I know that. So thank you.
Love and light to all the present online with us that we don't see, but they're with us. Keep expanding. Wonderful.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much. And I think that we have Priyanka who'll say a few words, and I just want to say over to you, Priyanka. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr.
And
Ash.
blessings.
If it's all right, I'm going to take a few minutes, maybe a minute or two. Just I think it's a bit of a long list of gratitude and vote of thanks that I wanted to give before we close the event today. So firstly, Elvis Foundation, to begin with, is absolutely honored to be in partnership with the POP movement. The POP movement, or POP family, as I would rather prefer to address it as, is truly revolutionary in terms of the space that they're providing for youth climate leaders across the globe. I've had the opportunity to work very closely with the POP family since the last year, and it truly feels like a partnership that has been there for years. The POP family, and particularly the POP Festival, is a symbol of hope. I've personally had the opportunity to connect with youth advocates, leaders, environmental experts, and so many other climate activists in communities across the world who are doing inspirational work. And I believe that attending this festival opens so many new doors for youth across the globe. It's the kind of platform that youth need to amplify their voices. It's a space for learning, cross-connection, and inspiration. And as we reach the end of this year's festival, I personally take forward with me so many new friends and fellow youth advocates who are doing some incredible work. And also the support of so many experts who are constantly backing the youth in their action. I think we have all forged connections for life today. I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to all the speakers, esteemed guests, panelists, youth leaders, partners, and workshop organizers for imparting knowledge and life skills, and for showing your invaluable support towards the youth and the planet. I have no doubt that with the inspiring organizations such as the POP family, all individuals who are a part of the climate movement, and all others who join this festival, a sustainable future can certainly be achieved. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to Dr. Ash, Drishya, Komal, Dr. Norma, Vishnu Sir, Vanessa, Anna, Naheed, all of those who are the backbone of the POP movement and the whole POP family for their endless efforts in organizing such a grand festival. And thank you for making Elvis Foundation, Harzik, me, and all the youth leaders such an integral part of the family. We would like to especially extend our gratitude to Dr. Ash for mentoring and guiding all the youth leaders from not just the Elvis Foundation, but the youth across the globe who are a part of the POP family. We are truly blessed to have a mentor and supporter such as you, who every day continues to remind us of our worth and the hope that we all are. We wish that all youth across the world who are striving to achieve climate action find a mentor such as you. While I never had the opportunity to meet Dr. R.K. Pachauri in person, I'm honored to be a part of this legacy, which is the POP family. And I think I would speak for all youth who are a part of the family, that we promise to keep striving to carry his message, his intention, and vision for our planet forward. As Dr. Ash often says, the journey has only begun. Here's to many more such festivals and to all great things that everyone has set out to do for the planet. Let's continue to be a hope for one another, support one another, and carry each other forward. A sustainable future can only be achieved when we all unite, show solidarity, and come together. And I mean not just the youth, but an intergenerational unity, where we leave no one behind. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing what you do, for being you. It is an honor of a lifetime for me and for the Elvis Foundation to be a part of this family. Thank you so much for this platform, and wishing everyone all the best in all their endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Priyanka.
So from the POP family, I would like to read this message loud. Dear Dr. Pachauri, we will always strive to do what you did. Seek to follow what you sow with heart and mind. Continue this journey with pain, determination, and joy, navigating the difficult path to truth and freedom that lies in your vision. Dear Dr. Pachauri, thank you for sitting down with us. Thank you for giving us the courage and pride to do things we have never done before. Thank you for loving us and pushing us forward, our talents and skills with the greatest belief. Thank you for showing us right against wrong, building a journey we were bound to take. With highest privilege and pleasure, dear mentor, we will try to do what you did and follow your vision, all the while cherishing your presence in everything we do.
The streets were dark and the night was cold, and yet I walk alone. I saw the lights of a cozy place with lanterns all aglow. Somebody cried, "Don't wait outside, come say hello." People there, they were singing songs I knew when I was young.
Thank you. That was amazing. He's very proud. He's very proud of his family.
Yeah. And he's with us.
Yeah, for sure.
Always with us.
My heartiest congratulations to all of you. A really, really important step in the right direction. Lots more steps, but we're gonna get there. We're already on our way. thanks to all your beautiful love and energy and mindfulness and compassion and empathy and all the goodness that you have in your heart. And trust me, no force is more powerful than that. So just keep, moving forward, and don't let anything stop you, and believe in it, believe in yourself, believe in where you're trying to go, and believe in that truth that you have in your heart, which is the best, the greatest goodness that you have. Spread it, and bring out the best you can in everybody. And trust me, we'll be embraced with nothing but blessings and a beautiful, safe, secure, healthy, happy future for not just this generation and the next generation, but for many, many, many generations to come. And this will be the greatest gift. And I can only tell you this, that's about all we have to leave people with. Okay, so, leave them with your best, leave them with what you have in your heart, which is truly the most beautiful thing. So believe in your beauty, believe in yourself, and just keep moving forward. You're all in the right direction, and that's what counts. And know that lots and lots and lots of love and blessings surround you and embrace you always. So with that, I'm going to ask Dr. Norma if she'll say a few words, and as she struggles to unmute her mic and everything, movimiento!
Oh!
Movimiento!
Oh!
Movimiento!
Oh!
Okay, Dr. Norma, over to you.
Thank you so much. Well, for me, it's very difficult at this moment to say something. Yeah. I am feeling like yesterday, like before, all time that we share with him in Mexico, a very difficult time. And every time when I remember that, I can avoid to feel like this. Thank you, Patsy. Thank you for all of this. And Sarosh, all my love for you and for us and for the family. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Dad always said his heart is the color of the Mexican flag. He's here.
Yeah, I know.
He's here.
Yeah, I know that.
He wasn't gonna go anywhere else. Trust me. So yeah. So don't you believe anything else, Dr. Norma?
Okay.
All right.
I'm with you. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
My heartiest congratulations, beautiful family. Just keep shining like the stars that you are. Yes, spread the light. Hermano Edgar, I totally agree. Thank you, and stay blessed. Thank you, Nahid. Thank you, Komal, for this beautiful ceremony. Thank you, Rajiv, Pavani, all of you, Jordan, Ashwarya, Manjira, Mila, Kanchan, Maestro Salomon. Thank you, Priyanka. Each one of you and our beautiful mentors. So anybody who wants to have a party now, Dusha, let's get it started.
Dusha is not here, but yeah.
Okay. Abrazos a todos. A big hug and lots of love. Abrazos and movimiento. Oh! I haven't